Hello, my name is Todd and I'm here to tell you a little bit about CheckCam, particularly admin, which is the online management of all of the inspections carried out by your inspectors. So they've got the app, they will join your network. I'll show you how that's going to be done. And what they have on their app main menu is three options: My Inspections, Checklists, and Incident Reports. My inspections are the inspections that you have scheduled and sent to them, instructing them to inspect specific assets at a set time. So that is for individual inspectors. Checklists is just a long list of all the checklists you've created. So if they want to create an unscheduled inspection, they can just call up one of the checklists. And the incident report is for them to let you know about anything that happens which is unexpected. So there are no checklists involved, but if they encounter the unexpected in the field, they use the incident report button, and brief instructions on how these are managed are given here, but I'll run through it with you now from the top. So first of all, you add assets. Now an asset is probably a tangible asset, so it's probably a car or a building, but it might be a site. So if you're surveying a site where some works are going to be carried out, or during those works, or at the end of those works to show that they've been done to a high standard, that would be considered an asset, so it would be a location or address. But normally, a car, a truck, a property, whatever. A new asset couldn't be easier to add. You give it a name. You have the option to associate it with a group, but that's not mandatory. And you can put in the location of the asset for easy reference as well. Below that, we've got a list of all of the existing assets, and then the asset groups. So this is where you actually add a new asset group and have a look at all of the existing ones. And it's worth keeping a record of any groups or assets which are no longer in use, just in case you need to refer to them later. So when an asset is deleted, it's actually added to this folder here. Next, you're going to invite a new inspector or somebody to have access to this admin. So click on New. First name, last name, email address, contact phone number, select the country, and the country code should be populated automatically. And then what type you're adding. So admin will give somebody access to this backend admin. Inspector is to allow them to carry out inspections, and so that you can send scheduled inspections to them. And a guest is just for somebody who wants to use the app, be part of the network, but they're not going to get any scheduled inspections. And here's a list of all of the existing participants on your network. The inspections themselves, new. Well, first of all, you select an asset. So, one like that. Give it an inspection name. And go through to the next stage. So here's the inspection name that I've just created. Here I can put in the dates in between which, the dates and time in between which the inspection needs to take place. I'm then going to select a user. So these are all of the inspectors who are already on the system. So I nominate somebody who is going to receive this, and the checklist that they're going to use in order to carry out the inspection, and then simply click Submit. And that will send it out to that inspector and instruct them accordingly. So that's the scheduled inspection done. Beneath that, we've got the schedules. So these are all of the inspections that have already been programmed, and you can search them with these options here. Search them by asset, by inspection. The users are listed here, and whether or not they're scheduled or completed. And again, you can toggle between the two here just to search through them. And if they're completed, you can take a look at them. So it's worth having a look at an inspection report here. Each report can be rebranded with your own livery. There's a signature of the inspector. We've got all of the details of the name of the inspection, who the sender or inspector is, when it was created, when it was uploaded, in case there's a time delay between the two. You can see the video of the inspection here, a map of the location, and crucially down here, you can see the checklist. This is a very short one, but you can make sure that everything has been checked that should be checked, see any comments or any outstanding actions that are required there. And of course, you can download and share the report. So that's where reports can be viewed. Checklists. This is how to create a new checklist. First of all, you give it a name. And then there are subheadings within each of the checklists. This is just so you can break it down into groups. So, for example, if you're scheduling or creating a checklist for a vehicle, you might have two subheadings. One be exterior, the other one would be interior. So then the items to be inspected: wheels, panels, tires, and a little bit of information for the inspector just to give them a guidance on what to look for. So whether or not the alloy, whether they're scratched, the panels looking for dents, and the tires looking for wear. Now these columns here, you can see this is the item description. These are the columns that are seen by the inspectors themselves. So there's OK, add to video, action required, and comment. So when they look at each of these items, 9 times out of 10, they'll just click on OK and move on to the next one. So it's really quick for them to go through the checklist, assuming everything's all right. If it's not all right, they click on Add to Video, which means that after they've completed the checklist, they will have a short list of items added to video, and those are the things that they're going to send you a report on with a video. Now, if you want to compel them to add an item to video, so you must have a video of the wheels on every inspection, you just click that, that means that it's already completed by the time they receive the checklist, and it will automatically add this item here, wheels, to the videos that they need to record. So you can just add a new subheading, add more items until everything is done. Typically, I guess there'll be between 30 and 50 items within a checklist. Click on Save, and that's the checklist completed. Down here, this is to notify you of any overdue inspections. So if you sent a scheduled inspection and it hasn't come back within the required time period, you need to know. So this tells you of any inspections that have not taken place. And one of the options that you will remember from the checklist is that the inspector can click on the Action Required button. That is to prompt you to follow it up, which you can do within the report itself. And any outstanding actions until you've cleared them are listed here. So this box here just lets you know on an ongoing basis of anything that requires your attention. Head office box. Well, first of all, there's the rebranding. So this is how you can rebrand your logo, etc. Secondly, the report page template. We've got 3 different templates here, so you can choose which one. If you want us to create one for you, we'd be happy to do that as well. But there's a choice of different templates and colors there. Incident reports. You'll remember one of the 3 things that the inspector can do in the main menu is to send an incident report when they encounter circumstances which are unexpected. So it's a spontaneous report. This is where these come in chronological order, the most recent one being at the top. So you can view the report just by clicking there. And account. So that's all the information you would expect to see about your account. Hopefully that covers it and gives you a good idea of how to use admin. Do contact us if you have any questions.